Hey, Adirondack Club parents and coaches out there. It's Colin bringing you your Coach's Corner. This week, we're going to chat a little bit about the developing athlete. I've been having a lot of conversations with moms, unfortunately, and some dads about their athletes' sports, winter sports, not really running as frequently, not as many club things, and they've gained some weight, and their kids feeling awkward, and they're moving weird. That's okay. It's to be expected. When our athletes are growing, and we've got kids that are in all various stages of puberty. If you come down and see our middle school groups, it's amazing. You may have like a 5'9", 6th or 7th grader standing next to a 4'9", 5th grader, and then in two days that kid grows 4 inches. It's pretty wild, and you've got to understand that's part of the process, and that's a lot of why we follow a long-term athletic development model, because we know that there are some things that us as coaches can't do anything about. I can't do anything about your son not hitting puberty yet. There's certain things we just can't do until we go through some of those developmental milestones. Now, can we continue to work on their athleticism and work on the technique of their movement? Absolutely. So we want to get them in the training environment, because as they're growing and as they're figuring out their body, we are throwing in more information and making them better athletes, opening up their movement windows at a time that is really crucial, and they can learn a lot of stuff a lot easier. And it's a part of just being an athlete. So with our middle school group, our philosophy is a lot about teaching them how to train. So we're teaching them how to train for sports, how to train for life. Whereas in our high school, a lot of these kids have gone through that puberty and are able to now maximize what they're doing, and their focus and their maturity is on performing. So training for performance is that kind of high school stage. And we have athletes in very different stages, even as they age. So it can be challenging, and a lot of times our athletes like to compare themselves to other athletes, and it's not fair to themselves. And the youth sports environment can be really challenging as well, as their friend they used to beat up on the soccer field is now on an A team and they're on a B team, because that kid grew 6 inches over the summer and is a lot just physically stronger. He's starting to go through that puberty, and that can be a challenge. And what we have to say to that is, like, you will get there. Just take your time, keep showing up, work on the strength training. It's amazing. A lot of athletes who were maybe that we've worked with that were put kind of on a B team are now crushing it in high school, because you know what they didn't do? They didn't stop training. They showed up twice a week, and now we're getting the kids who developed earlier and made those teams are now trying to come back and catch up to our athlete who was showing up, getting his squats in, getting his split squats, doing pull-ups with us, just didn't stop training through his development, and he's way far ahead and is starting to pass. So it's kind of like that tortoise and the hare adventure, and you're going to be anywhere in between. So that is some thoughts on the development of your athlete in this age group. And if you need help, and if you ever want to talk about where your athlete's at, I'm here. Love to chat about you. We love our athletes. We love talking about it and how we can make them successful. So we look forward to see you on the turf.